Dennis Prager is going to line it up for a college student. I'm Tall, the traveling clat. Your favorite Zionist Prince Zionizer. Let's check it out.
In the wake of the October 7th attacks, much concern has been raised for Israel as well as many of our own Israeli American citizens. However, with many of these people having dual citizenship and many of them possessing positions of power, it raises some natural questions about our national integrity and whether these people are truly in our national interest if they have dual citizenship. With this in mind, should dual citizenship remain as it is? And if so, should dual citizens be in positions of power?
Name me a dual citizen in a position of power. Name me one.
Well, many.
I'm not challenging you. I don't know who you're referring to. So name me. Your whole thesis is we have all these dual citizens in positions of power. Name one. You can't. It's a nonsense question. I'm sorry. It's just not true. We don't have dual citizens in positions of power that I'm aware of. Maybe there's one, but I don't even know who it is. Secondly, there were dual citizens all over the world. Switzerland has dual citizens. There are people who are citizens of 5 countries. I remember, I don't divide the world between citizen and dual citizen. I divide the world between the decent and the indecent. A lot of Americans only have American citizenship and they're ruining my country. That's all I care about.
God damn, that was beautiful. Fucking Dennis Prager, man. I love Dennis Prager. That was beautiful response. Oh my God. Okay, let me chime in real quick as a dual citizen. I'm a dual citizen who has every intention of continuing collecting different nationalities. I'm a global man who's traveled to 77 countries around the world. I'm almost at 80 countries. I'm almost at 100 countries. And if I could start collecting passports, if it was easy, you know, I'm technically eligible to receive a Portuguese passport based on my Turkish ethnicity, my Jewish Turkish ethnicity, where my grandma was part of the Sephardi Jewish community who was kicked out of Spain and Portugal and ended up in Turkey. So I'm technically eligible for both a Turkish passport, I'm eligible for a Spanish passport, I'm eligible for a Portuguese passport. When I have the time and the money in the future to pursue those endeavors, I 100% will. 100% I will. But what does that say about me? It doesn't mean I have loyalty now to Spain and Portugal and Israel and America exclusively, even though I'm an Israeli American. You know, I lived in the Philippines for a long time and I had every single intention of getting a Filipino passport because I saw myself living there long term. Those things didn't end up working out. I don't think that's ever going to happen in the future, but I had every intention of it. I wanted to because I was there for nearly 10 years. I was there for almost 7 years. I started speaking the language. Does that mean I'm all of a sudden going to have like a biased loyalty in America towards Filipino ideals or something? Not that Filipinos have anything that's antithetical to American society. They're pretty fucking wonderful when it comes to those ideals. Like, it's such a stupid, nonsensical thing to say. Dual nationals shouldn't be looked down as being dual national. If anything, it's actually, I would say, put more dual nationals in position of power because they give you a balanced perspective on the country you're in and other countries. You're talking to somebody who has a global perspective. And I can understand from an American perspective why you wouldn't want to have like a Somali American or a Lebanese American or a Syrian American in a high position of power. I can get it. Those countries are unfortunately countries that are rife with terrorism, Islamic ideology, Islamic supremacy. Like, that's an issue. But for example, you do have to pick and choose at a certain perspective. Like, you much would prefer an Israeli American to be in a position of power than a Syrian American to be in a position of power. Because with a Syrian American, you're taking a risk that that person may not be loyal to the ideals of America. But with an Israeli American, a lot of times they're going to be. And yeah, objectively, you got to look at things sometimes and say, hey, that person's my ally. That person might not be. It's not saying that all Syrian Americans are not allies of America, but they might not be, just considering where they're coming from. I hope that makes sense. I don't think that's an irrational way to look at it. Maybe you're going to be like, he's racist. He's this. It's not about race. It's literally just about the logic of the continuation of your society. That's all it is. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you a long time. By the way, almost everyone in Israel has some sort of eligibility for another nationality, or many people do have dual nationality. Does that make us any less loyal to Israel? Any less a part of the nation? No. No, not at all. Many countries that kicked their Jews out offered, not the Arab ones, but many of the European ones, offered Israelis citizenship back. They offered them an opportunity. Some took it, some didn't. Some missed, some didn't. Does that make them any less Israeli? Does it make them any less available to Israeli ethnicity? No. And because the Arab world continuously chooses to shit on the Palestinians and doesn't offer them citizenship in Jordan, Syria looks like it's actually going to happen so far. If you had 4 generations of a Palestinian living in Syria, there's no reason they shouldn't be able to have a Syrian passport. That's totally fucked up. Same for Jordan, same for Egypt, same for Lebanon. It's because they don't want them to be a part of their nation. That's fucked. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Love you a long time. Goodbye, clients. If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat, or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.